And medical technologies, of course, are improving across the board. One example is the use of wearable technology for tracking facial muscles. Now, this can be transformative for people with conditions like facial palsy, Parkinson's and autism, allowing them to control devices remotely or even just smile naturally. We asked 3 volunteers to try out some of the latest tech on offer.
My name is Gretchen Robertson-Smith and I'm doing my daily routine. It's a series of exercises to flex the muscles in my face. In 2008, when I was at university studying to be a veterinary nurse, I had a serious car accident. I had a fractured skull, an acquired brain injury, and I was left with facial palsy, also known as facial paralysis. It meant that every one of the 40 muscles that gave expression in my face had been paralysed. Years later, I had what was called a Lagay operation that allowed me to smile like a Mona Lisa, using just 2 of the chewing muscles that were unaffected by the accident. It's very hard to know exactly what muscles I need to move to help me smile. I came down to Brighton today to try out a new piece of technology. It's going to help people like myself who've got facial palsy. One of the surgeons who operated on me is part of a team of experts developing technologies with sensors to read the muscle activities of people with facial paralysis.
So when you were first diagnosed, you had an examination called a needle EMG, where the needle's put into the skin, into the muscles, to read the tiny electrical signals that the muscles emanate. With this technology, what we're using is these sensors that are non-invasive.
Show the same kind of reading, but without the pain, like none of the...
That's right. You have some degree of crossover between the muscles, and that's why you need the machine learning and the artificial intelligence to interpret which muscle is activating.
I'm Sarah Healy, and 30 years ago I had a brain tumour.
So try and raise both eyebrows symmetrically. Raise them both together, and relax.
The operation to take it out left me with paralysis on the right-hand side of my face.
Okay. Now smile with lips together.
I am certainly not alone, as there are about 100,000 people in the UK who have had facial paralysis for years.
So each one of these dots represents the position on your face.
Okay.
And so, for example, if you were to try and do a left-sided smile, just smile and relax. And the darker the red, the bigger the signal.
So because my left side is better and stronger, it's showing up stronger on the screen?
That's right.
This is great because for the first time I'm getting accurate information about what is going on with my face.
I tend to overwork this side of my face, so this really is giving me feedback that not only how to dampen down the movements I don't want, and this is just so good at doing that. I'd sort of try and practice in front of a mirror. It's not quite as subtle as this, is it? And also I'm not that keen on looking in mirrors, to be quite honest.
But it doesn't end there. This headset takes all the information from sensors, just like in the goggles, but now translates it into real-time expressions on a 3D cartoon. Yeah, so I'm trying really hard to make her do a full smile.
Yes.
But it feels funny on my face.
Yes.
Doing it to a mirror, you kind of tell yourself what it looks like.
That's right.
Whereas she is like, oh no, that's not what it looks like.
My name's George Dale. I'm the owner of Worthing Football Club. And a lot of my day-to-day work involves using a computer, and it can often be quite time-consuming.
Before I had my car accident in 2010, I was a player for the club, and on my way up, the accident left me with a broken spine and 10 months in hospital. It was obviously a very tough time for me, but after a lot of rehab, I decided I wasn't going to give up on football, and I used my compensation payout from the accident to buy the club I used to play for.
How you doing, alright?
Hi, nice to meet you.
And you?
So there are quite a few companies now looking to see whether they can use VR as a new workspace.
Yeah.
So by using this type of technology, this will allow you to type much faster and interact with other people. If you thought it was quite funny, you can give it an eye wink, or if you didn't like it, you can now do a frown and it'll do a frowny face. There you go.
He looks grumpy, doesn't he?
With this new headset, I should be able to control the keyboard and options using a wink or a frown, which will open up a whole new world for me.
Yeah, it's very responsive.
You're really slick on that now.
It might sound strange to say, but for the first time since my accident, I'm able to see what my smile actually looks like. Not to make it sound like, I don't know, a strange way, but you're kind of doing it with somebody else, and it's not such a lonely thing.
My biggest aim for this will be able to help me smile symmetrically. That's been one of my aims for the last 30 years.